thou art still nameless to eternity. Come thou forth, I say, and aid and guard me in this work of ours. Thou, star of the east, that didst conduct the Magi, thou art the same all present in heaven and in hell. Thou that vibratest between the light and the darkness, rising, descending, changing ever, yet ever the same. The sun is thy father, thy mother the moon. The wind hath borne in its bosom, and earth hath never nourished the changeless guardian of thy youth. Come thou forth, I say, come thou forth, and make all spirits subject unto me, so that every spirit of the firmament and of the ether, upon the earth and under the earth, on dry land and in the water, of roaring air and of rushing fire, and every spell and scourge of God the vast one may be obedient unto me. Procul esti profani, all lasti Pompeo. In the name of the mighty and terrible one, I proclaim that I have banished the shells unto their habitations. I invoke Tahuti, the Lord of wisdom and of utterance, the God that cometh forth from the veil. O thou majesty of the Godhead, wisdom-crowned Tahuti, Lord of the gates of the universe, thee I invoke. O thou of the ibis head, thee I invoke. Thou who wieldest the wand of double power, thee I invoke. Thou who bearest in thy left hand the rose and cross of life and life, thee I invoke. Thou whose head is as an emerald, and thy nemes as the night sky blue, thee I invoke. Thou whose skin is of flaming orange as though it burned in a furnace, thee I invoke. Behold, I am yesterday, today, and the brother of tomorrow. I am born again and again. Mine is the unseen force, whereof the gods are sprung, which is as light unto the dwellers in the watchtowers of the universe. I am the charioteer of the east, lord of the past and of the future. I see by mine own inward light, Lord of resurrection, who cometh forth from the dust, and my birth is from the house of death. O ye two divine hawks upon your pinnacles, who keep watch over the universe, ye who company the bier to the house of rest, who pilot the ship of wrong, ever advancing onwards to the heights of heaven, Lord of the shrine which stands in the center of the earth. Behold, he is in me, and I in him. Mine is the radiance, wherein the path floats over the firmament. I travel upon high. I tread upon the firmament of news. I raise a flashing flame with the lightning of mine eye, ever rushing on in the splendor of the daily glorified Ra, giving my life to the dwellers of earth. If I say, come up upon the mountain, the celestial waters shall flow at my word. For I am Ra incarnate, Kitover, created in the flesh. I am the eidolon of my father Tammuz, Lord of the city of the sun. The God who commands is in my mouth. The God of wisdom is in my heart. My tongue is the sanctuary of truth, and a God sitteth upon my lips. My word is accomplished every day, and the desire of my heart realizes itself as that of the tower when he created his works. I am eternal, therefore all things are as my designs, therefore do all things obey my word. Therefore do thou come forth unto thee from thine abode in the silence, unutterable wisdom, or light, or power. So, Hermes, Mercury, Odin, by whatever name I call thee, thou art still nameless to eternity. Come thou forth, I say, and aid and guard me in this work of art. Thou, star of the east, that didst conduct the Magi, thou art the same all present in heaven and in hell. Thou that vibratest between the light and the darkness, rising, descending, changing ever yet ever the same. The sun is thy father, thy mother the moon. The wind hath formed thee in its bosom, and earth hath ever nourished the changeless Godhead of thy youth. Come thou forth, I say, come thou forth, and make all spirits subject unto me, so that every spirit of the firmament and of the ether, upon the earth and under the earth, on dry land and in the water, of roaring air and of rushing fire, and every spell and scourge of God's vast one may be obedient unto me. Procul esti profani, lusty Pompeia. In the name of the mighty and terrible one, I proclaim that I have banished the shells unto their habitations. I invoke Tahuti, the Lord of wisdom and of utterance. the God that cometh forth from the veil. O thou majesty of the Godhead, wisdom crowned Tahuti, Lord of the gates of the universe, thee I invoke. O thou of the ibis head, thee I invoke. Thou who wieldest the wand of double power, thee I invoke. Thou who bearest in thy left hand the rose and cross of light and life, thee I invoke. Thou whose head is as an emerald, and thy nemes as the night sky blue, thee I invoke. Thou whose skin is of flaming orange as though it burned in a furnace, thee I invoke. Behold, I am yesterday, today, and the brother of tomorrow. I am born again and again. Mine is the unseen force whereof the gods are sprung, which is as life unto the dwellers in the watchtowers of the universe. I am the charioteer of the east, lord of the past and of the future. I see by mine own inward light, Lord of resurrection, who cometh forth from the dust, and my birth is from the house of death. O ye two divine hawks upon your pinnacles, who keep watch over the universe, ye who company the bier to the house of rest, who pilot the ship of wrong, ever advancing onwards to the heights of heaven, Lord of the shrine which stands in the center of the earth. Behold, he is in me, and I in him. Mine is the radiance, wherein the star floats over the firmament. I travel upon high. I tread upon the firmament of you. My ways are flashing flame with the lightning of mine eye, ever rushing on in the splendor of the daily glorified Ra, giving my life to the dwellers of earth. If I say, come up upon the mountain, the celestial waters shall flow at my word. For I am Ra incarnate, Kitover, created in the flesh. I am the eidolon of my father Tamu, Lord of the city of the sun. The God who commands is in my mouth. The God of wisdom is in my heart. My tongue is a sanctuary of truth, and a God sitteth upon my lips. My word is accomplished every day, and the desire of my heart realizes itself as that of the tower when he created his works. I am eternal, therefore all things are as my designs, therefore do all things obey my word. Therefore do thou come forth unto me from thine abode in the silence, unutterable wisdom, or light, or power. So, Hermes, Mercury, Odin, by whatever name I call thee, thou art still nameless to eternity. Come thou forth, I say, and aid and guard me in this work of ours. Thou, star of the east, that didst conduct the Magi, thou art the same all present in heaven and in hell. Thou that vibratest between the light and the darkness, rising, descending, changing ever yet ever the same. The sun is thy father, thy mother the moon. The wind hath borne thee in its bosom, and earth hath ever nourished the changeless guardian of thy youth. Come thou forth, I say, come thou forth, and make all spirits subject unto me, so that every spirit of the firmament and of the ether, upon the earth and under the earth, on dry land and in the water, of roaring air and of rushing fire, and every spell and scourge of God's vast one may be obedient unto me. procul esti profani, all Pompeda. In the name of the mighty and terrible one, I proclaim that I have banished the shells unto their habitations. I invoke Tahuti, the Lord of wisdom and of utterance, the God that cometh forth from the veil. O thou majesty of the Godhead, wisdom-crowned Tahuti, Lord of the gates of the universe, thee I invoke. O thou of the ibis head, thee I invoke. Thou who wieldest the wand of double power, thee I invoke. Thou who bearest in thy left hand the rose and cross of life and life, thee I invoke. Thou whose head is as an emerald, and thy nemes as the night sky blue, thee I invoke. Thou whose skin is of flaming orange as though it burned in a furnace, thee I invoke. Behold, I am yesterday, today, and the brother of tomorrow. I am born again and again. Mine is the unseen force whereof the gods are sprung, which is as life unto the dwellers in the watchtowers of the universe. I am the charioteer of the east, lord of the past and of the future. I see by mine own inward light, Lord of resurrection, who cometh forth from the dust, and my birth is from the house of death. O ye two divine hawks upon your pinnacles, who keep watch over the universe, ye who company the bier to the house of rest, who pilot the ship of wrong, ever advancing onwards to the heights of heaven, Lord of the shrine which standeth in the center of the earth. Behold, he is in me, and I in him. Mine is the radiance, wherein the star floats over the firmament. I travel upon high. I tread upon the firmament of you. I raise a flashing flame with the lightning of mine eye, ever rushing on in the splendor of the daily glorified law, giving my life to the dwellers of earth. If I say, come up upon the mountain, the celestial waters shall flow at my word. For I am Ra incarnate, Ketover, created in the flesh. I am the eidolon of my father Tamu, Lord of the city of the sun. The God who commands is in my mouth. The God of wisdom is in my heart. My tongue is a sanctuary of truth, and a God sitteth upon my lips. My word is accomplished every day, and the desire of my heart realizes itself as that of the tower when he created his works. I am eternal, therefore all things are as my designs, therefore do all things obey my word. Therefore do thou come forth unto me from thine abode in the silence, unutterable wisdom, or light, or power. So, Hermes, Mercury, Odin, by whatever name I call thee, thou art still nameless to eternity. Come thou forth, I say, and aid godly in this work of art. Thou, star of the east, that didst conduct the Magi, thou art the same all present in heaven and in hell. Thou that vibratest between the light and the darkness, rising, descending, changing ever yet ever the same. The sun is thy father, another the moon. The wind hath formed thee in its bosom, and earth hath ever nourished the changeless guardian of thy youth. Come thou forth, I say, come thou forth, and make all spirits subject unto thee, so that every spirit of the firmament and of the ether, upon the earth and under the earth, on dry land and in the water, of roaring air and of rushing fire, and every spell and scourge of God the last one may be obedient unto me. Invocation of faith. Procul, o procul esti profani, lasti ampedo. In the name of the mighty and terrible one, I proclaim that I have banished the shells unto their habitation. I invoke Tahuti, the Lord of wisdom and of utterance, the God that cometh forth from the veil. O thou majesty of the Godhead, wisdom-crowned Tahuti, Lord of the gates of the universe, thee I invoke. O thou of the ibis head, thee I invoke. Thou who wieldest the wand of double power, thee I invoke. Thou who bearest in thy left hand the rose and cross of life and life, thee I invoke. Thou whose head is as an emerald, and thy nemes as the night sky blue, thee I invoke. Thou whose skin is of flaming orange as though it burned in a furnace, thee I invoke. Behold, I am yesterday, today, and the brother of tomorrow. I am born again and again. Mine is the unseen force, whereof the gods are sprung, which is as light unto the dwellers in the watchtowers of the universe. I am the charioteer of the east, Lord past and of the future. I see by mine own inward light, Lord of resurrection, who cometh forth from the dust, and my birth is from the house of death. O ye two divine hawks upon your pinnacles, who keep watch over the universe, ye who company the beard of the house of rest, who pilot the ship of wrong, ever advancing onwards the heights of heaven, Lord of the shrine which standeth in the center of the earth. Behold, he is in me, and I in him. Mine is the radiance, wherein the star floats over the firmament. I travel upon high. I tread upon the firmament of you. I raise a flashing flame with the lightning of mine eye, ever rushing on, defender of the daily glorified law, giving my life to the dwellers of earth. If I say, come up upon the mountain, the celestial waters shall flow at my word. For I am Ra incarnate, Ketover, created in the flesh. I am the eidolon of my father Tammuz, Lord of the city of the sun. The God who commands is in my heart. The God of wisdom is in my heart. My tongue is a sanctuary of truth, and a guard sitteth upon my lips. My word is accomplished every day, and the desire of my heart realizes itself as that of the tower when he created his world. I am eternal, therefore all things are as my designs, therefore do all things obey my word. Therefore do thou come forth unto me from thine abode in the silence, unutterable wisdom, or light, or power. So, Hermes, Mercury, Odin, by whatever name I call thee, thou art still nameless to eternity. Come thou forth, I say, and aid and guard me in this work of ours. Thou, star of the east, that didst conduct the Magi, thou art the same all present in heaven and in hell. Thou that vibratest between the light and the darkness, rising, descending, changing ever, yet ever the same. The sun is thy father, thy mother the moon. The wind hath borne thee in its bosom, and earth hath ever nourished the changeless Godhead of thy youth. Come thou forth, I say, come thou forth, and make all spirits subject unto me, so that every spirit of the firmament and of the ether, upon the earth and under the earth, on dry land and in the water, of morning air and of rushing fire, and every spell and scourge of God's vast one may be obedient unto thee.
We want to understand who he is.
Everything means something.
Everything means
What does that mean?
something.
What does that mean?
Those are not words.
No, but that's a thing, though. A thought is a thing. Everything means something.
You know what it means? That means you're that tells me that you're retarded, bro.
No, that's what you think. That's not what it means, though. Dumb fuck.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Oh, that's what it means.
No.
How do you determine that? How do you determine that? Did you figure it out because you understand retard?
Because I listened to you.
I know.
Because I listened to you, and you are clearly retarded.
You know retard.
It is probably the most dominant feature about you is retardation.
I don't understand retard.
Yes, because you are retarded.
Nose of yours being
Yes.
like, hey, I know.
Next time, don't drop out of high school, and you won't be quite so. Then you won't be. Listen, psycho, you won't be so retarded. Here's an idea. Here's an idea for you. Try getting your GED.
I usually do this to you.
Try getting your GED. You'll be marginally less retarded. You just finish your school.
And I even surprised myself because I thought you were better than that.
Marginally less retarded.
You're whack.
If you go to school.
And that stuffy nose and you that's a big ass stuffy nose too. There's a lot of stuff in that nose for sure. It's not doing you well right now.
I'm on the road.
Democrat.
You're a sad case, psycho. You're a sad case.
Fucking, you're an old.
You're just a sad, retarded case.
You're a
Who doesn't know what words mean. Like transient.
He doesn't know what words mean.
Psycho.
He doesn't know what words mean. Like
Uneducated. Unschooled.
The guy said he's homeless, you dummy.
How long ago?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Of course it matters.
No, it doesn't.
Why?
Was he
He's
homeless?
not homeless.
Was he homeless?
The reason why.
Was he homeless?
No.
No, he wasn't. Then why did he say he was? Why did he say he was?
Why? Because he wanted sympathy, like everybody, like you.
Oh, so what? How did you know he was lying?
He's a cuck for.
How do you know he was lying?
Because he was.
He was what? Oh, his nose hit me.
because he was living with his family. And when you live with family, here, wait for it. Homeless psycho dipshit. Are you getting any of this? Did I mail you a pencil so you can
Yeah,
write it
do it.
down?
Do it. You were
So
supposed
you can
to
stop.
mail me something else.
So you
Remember
can stop.
that? Remember that?
So you can
Do
stop
it. Mail
embarrassing
it to me. You
yourself.
fucking retard.
Like the retarded
You're
cunt
a
that you
dummy.
are.
The guy says he's homeless because he has no home.
Oh, really?
If
So where
you
was
live in
he
a
living?
shelter, if you live in a
So where
place
was he
that somebody
living?
allows you to live in, it
But
doesn't
he was
mean you
living-
in fact have a
Wait
home.
for it.
You
With
don't
his
have a
family.
residence. You don't have a
You're
place where your
living
fucking mail goes
with your
to.
family.
That's why you go house to
Psycho,
house. You
pathetic
dumb fuck.
dipshit.
You're just in
Then
the
you're
roof
not
over your head.
homeless. Are you?
Therefore, not homeless.
You're not
true.
homeless if you're
Not true at
living
all.
with your family.
Have you ever been homeless?
Are
Yeah,
you?
look, Lord knows.
You clearly have
I'm
been.
You know what I think is more interesting, guys?
What's that, Dawn?
After the shooting,
Don, was he homeless before?
it says technically that's the term he used because he was moving in between families'
So can
houses.
you answer
And
the
they
question? Was he
didn't
homeless?
have a permanent
So
residence.
was he homeless?
Whoopsie.
No. It's not whoopsie, dummy. So like, if you ask the question, can you move from house to house and be technically considered homeless?
No,
What do you think it would say?
Called transient.
What do you think it would say?
Well,
Do
yeah, I got an idea.
you think it would say yes or no?
Why don't you use words and get yourself a dictionary?
How about that? It's not a dictionary, you dumb fuck. It's not a dictionary.
It's not.
It's not a. It's his words. Did he use the word homeless?
Transient. You don't want to look it up.
Yeah.
Okay, here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna
If you
put this
don't
in
want
right
to
now.
speak
Watch.
English, you
Here we
speak
go.
whatever language
No,
you want.
clearly, I'm easier to understand than you. Clearly, I'm easier to understand than you. You have like a dumb accent, bro. Like some people have a foreign accent. You got the dumb accent. And that lisp, that like missing tooth lisp that you have, doesn't help you either. Like the combination between your dumb accent, your missing tooth lisp, and your fucking big snobs fucking like congesting your words. Like your words just don't come out very pleasant. That's why nobody likes listening to you. You sound like a fucking Disney fucking villain, like a witch or some shit like that, bro. That's what the thing is. And you're most impressed with yourself. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fucking prove it to you right now. Just see how stupid you are, right?
Drooling, blubbering, half-wit. You pathetic excuse for a half-man. You're a pathetic.
Look, I got him. Look, I got you. I got you. It hurts. You're really trying to emphasize, oh, you half man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a half. Bro, you're trying to find the words to make you feel satisfied, right? Because I always get you. I always get you. I always get you. You're not used to being got. You're used to being kicked off. I always, you know, the last time I really got you is when I got you with that fucking gay kid shit too. Remember that? Ooh. You like to hug men? Remember that? Remember that weird one? I got you, bro. You didn't even realize you did. That's why you got off real quick.
I got you, bro.
I did. Now you're trying to copy me because you know that what you're saying doesn't work here. Shit, I gotta take it from him, right? You gotta take it from him. What happened to half man? What happened to half man? It don't work, huh? It doesn't stick. You see, it doesn't stick. You dumb fuck.
You guys want to hear what's more interesting?
Look at the mirror and you'll see the
I
half.
look in the mirror all the time.
Alright.
Yes, and you see a half man.
No, I look in the mirror all the time.
A
I look in the mirror all the time. I look
and
in
you
the
see a
mirror all the
half
time.
man.
What do you see when you look in
You
the
see
mirror?
the I see.
What do you see when you look in the mirror?
I see myself.
You
I
see yourself?
Alright,
You see yourself?
Who's actually done.
You see yourself? You know you're ugly. You know you're ugly. There's one thing I've realized about like things within the
struggling to
human
figure out
experience.
who
People
you
know the
are
ranking in the
and
world.
what you
This
are
guy
and
knows
why you are.
he's ugly.
Looking around
You
at the
sound
world
ugly.
why has
Can
the
you imagine if
world
this guy was
left me
handsome?
behind?
Like
Why
imagine
doesn't
this.
the
I
world
swear. Let me see
acknowledge
who's in here.
Why
Any
does
female
why
is
do my
in here.
parents hate me? Have you
Dawn.
ever figured that one out,
Let
Psycho?
me see who that
Why do
really
your
is.
parents hate you?
Imagine if like
Why did
somebody
your
you found
parents
to be
disown
attractive,
you?
right,
Why
from a
are
distance,
your parents so
is like
embarrassed with you,
standing there,
Psycho?
right? And then he
Have you
comes
figured
up
that
to you,
out? Have
and
you
then he
figured
starts
out?
speaking.
Have you figured out
And as
why
handsome
your
as he is,
parents are
he
so
sounds like this
disgusted
guy.
with you? Have
Let
you
me
figured
ask you
out
a
why the
question.
world is disgusted
Like, would that be
with
a
you?
turnoff?
Have you figured out why the world is
Would that be a
disgusted
turnoff?
with you, Psycho? Tell
Would
us.
that be a turnoff?
Have you figured out why the world
It would be,
is
wouldn't
disgusted
it?
with you?
Like,
Have you
who do
figured
you
out
find
what
attractive,
you
Don?
do
Who do you
with
find,
yourself?
like, what like
Oh,
male
yeah.
actor that I can relate to?
Have you figured out why you
Your husband. Does your husband sound like this guy?
Is that what happened to you, Psycho?
Does he sound like this guy?
Or you just feel like the world left you on the side of the
Does
road?
he sound like this?
Like a piece
Like
of
he's
trash?
hurt?
Like a piece
oh
of
yeah,
dog
that's
shit?
on the side of the road. That
Like
doesn't
a
work.
piece of
Yes,
dog
I was
shit,
left on the
Psycho?
side of the road.
Is
Yes.
that what you are?
Yes,
Piece
I was
of
left on
dog
the side of the
shit
road.
on
Oh
the
yeah.
side
Oh,
of
yeah.
the road. All
Not
angry.
that one.
I don't know what
What happened to
words
Half
mean.
Man? What happened to Half Man?
I don't know what
Hey,
words
how tall are
mean.
you, Nostra? How
Crazy
tall
and
are
being
you?
homeless.
How tall are
When
you?
you're moving,
Hey, how
you're
tall are you?
homeless.
Hey,
Are you a half
you look in the
man?
mirror. How tall
What
are you?
happened to you?
How
What
tall?
happened
All right.
to you,
How-
Psycho?
Listen to this, guys.
How tall? No, I want to know how tall he is first. I want to know what the Half Man.
Go
How
ahead,
tall are you?
Don.
Are you bigger than your nose?
I think
Go
he's
ahead,
quite tall. In
Yeah.
Down nostril?
2015, Zimmerman began selling off limited number of prints of a painting of the Confederate battle flag in conjunction with gun seller Andy Hallinan of Florida Gun Supply in Florida. Hallinan is known for saying that Muslims were not welcome at his store and that it was Muslim free. Zimmerman's latest paintings brings together three highly controversial topics with which the nation is dealing: the deaths of young black men, the Confederate battle flag, and discrimination against Muslims. What do you guys think about that?
There's not enough there to draw a conclusion. I mean, ironically, he killed Trayvon Martin because Trayvon Martin attacked him. And for some reason, although he's a Democrat, the right wing has been drawn to this story of black versus white. It's all a little bit ridiculous. It's polarizing.
Mike, what do you think about that?
I'm just reading this right now. Just chat so you can see. This is yeah, it was almost 2014. I can't find reliable evidence that this one was now homeless by this moment.
Of course not.
Right?
Of course not.
Of
12
course, now
years
it's a
ago,
Wait,
Wait, now it's a court. Look, now it's a
people
court.
want to
But
be
look,
victims.
El Nostrell just a
People
few
want
minutes
to
ago
be
said,
victims.
no, I don't believe he was homeless.
Pathetic
I
psycho.
think
No,
he was just
not
saying
that
that to
I
get
don't
sympathy.
believe that he
Now what
literally
you
was.
read, Don, I wasn't really paying attention, excuse me. He's like,
He literally wasn't homeless.
come from Clotback,
He was
right?
literally
So
living
clearly he's
in
like,
his
he's going to
family.
assume that the guy's lying for sympathy. But when you read something, he's not going to assume anything because
You're all upset
fuck
about
out
it.
of here,
You
bro.
don't know
You
what
got
trans
burned,
means.
bro. You got
It
burned.
all
You
happened
lost.
because
You lost
you
to
didn't know
me.
what words meant.
You lost
You
to
can't
me,
let
the
it
half
go,
man.
can you?
Hey,
Can't let go.
half the
It's
man
all because
I
you don't know
used
what
to
words
be.
mean. Here's an idea.
Half the
Next
man I
time, before you
used to
open your
be.
stupid drooling mouth, look the
I'm
word up,
half the
and then you'll
man
know what
I used
transient
to
means.
be.
Go ahead, Don.
Half the man.
I think he's running out of
I'm
excuses for his
half the
pathetic life.
man I used to
I
be.
just think
So
it's-
George Zimmerman had to move from being a Democrat to
I'm
being
half
on the
the
right.
man I used to be.
I think you were never more
Because
than
I
half a man.
feel
I think it's
El
interesting.
Nostrel.
that he tried to reinvent himself by
As a
doing
right-winger?
No, I mean by doing these paintings of deaths of young black men, the Confederate battle flag, and discrimination against it. So not reinventing, but doubling down. Like, what the hell? I certainly wouldn't do something like that. I mean, it's like he's asking for more hate against him rather
His
than
first painting sold for $100,000. Is that what you just said?
let's see.
These paintings are selling for a lot of money.
It doesn't say, actually. It doesn't tell me that, but just he began selling a number of limited prints. But it's like, why would you ask for that hatred and have to? It's like you're bringing on having to go into hiding yourself because of the hatred you're spreading, and you're already a high-profile person, right?
Did you do
I
it if you were
don't know.
homeless?
I think he's just monetizing the hate that was already there.
Would you do it if you're homeless?
Probably, right? But no, I wouldn't. No. maybe if I were a hateful person and already felt like that, and that's what I really felt inside, then I would say, fuck it all, it ruined my life, and I'm just gonna go with what I already felt.
Well, I mean, he can't be in mixed society. He clearly was acting in self-defense, and the jury found as much. But the world is not accepting because of the narrative that it imposed on him. That somehow this had to do with race rather than self-defense. But you know, this is what's happening now. Is I think we're getting fatigue about this stuff. We're no longer listening to the everybody. Every time somebody gets killed, they're a victim. I mean, this is the Carmelo Anthony story. This is the Nelson Wells story. This is the Jason R. Day story. We're getting, you can't keep banging the same bell over and over again and get the same result. And at some point, I think we're going to have a different understanding of relationships among the various demographics in this country. You know, we're getting fatigued over this. This is part of what elected Trump. This is why the country moved away from this. Now, the latest thing I saw was that this political correct thing is coming back, but I don't know if that's true or not. Like, this guy named Jason Ardai was first made a top professor at Cambridge, then he was exposed as a fraud, then everybody tried to deny that he was a fraud when it was absolutely clear, and then really tragically last week he took his life. So there are people saying that he was murdered because people investigated him and exposed him as a fraud. So we'll see where this whole thing goes. It's interesting that the country is moving to extremes. On the one hand, you have democratic socialism. On the other hand, you have these somewhat, I would say, kooky right-wingers. And you have Trump, who's really sort of uncategorizable. And I don't know where that leaves normal people in the middle, who believe in the Constitution and liberal values and a good education, but don't want to be, they don't want to be infected with socialism.
Well, that used to be the moderate Dems, right, Norm? But I don't know, those numbers seem to be decreasing lately, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost as if it doesn't exist, you know?
Maybe I would consider Chuck Schumer to be like a moderate Dem.
Same thing. Yeah, I had the exact same thought before you said it.
Yeah, but I think he'd not be voted in as the minority leader at this point.
I only see two options: either the Democratic Party goes socialist, or it fractures. But I don't see us going to moderate. I mean, I think Joe Biden was the last attempt at moderation. He seems to have been a bit of a Trojan horse, to make an Odyssey reference, because although he ran as a moderate, he did not behave as one.
Like, I don't know what you're hearing, but like my friends from New York, like they're more than willing to like vote for AOC to be senator of New York over Chuck Schumer. I don't know what your people are hearing, but like my liberal friends in New York City, like they're like, yeah, we're gonna vote for AOC to be senator over Chuck Schumer.
You have liberal friends?
Most of my friends are liberal friends, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, intuitively, what you're saying sounds correct. We'll have to see. She's very attractive. I mean,
my friends you met in the Knicks thing in Central Park, they were all except my brother. They were all liberal.
I like those guys, by the way.
Yeah. We did talk about it. Right?
What's that? What was this? Mumbles? Mumbles, are you still there? What did you want to interject? We encourage participation. It's not a monologue.
We even give out those trophies for participating, right?
We could give participation trophies to some of the mentally challenged types, just like the Special Olympics. Clubhouse is like the Special Olympics. Now, I know he's got to be away. Any second now. I called it exactly. Right when I said any second now, Tycho was going to wake up.
You have, like,
Right
the
when I said
side
it,
mode.
I
That's like the
called
side
it to
mode
the
of it.
nanosecond. I
And so you
called
have
it
that,
to the
like, hard movement.
nanosecond. You're
Like,
the
where
most
they're, like, on the
predictable.
verge,
You're the
and
most
stuff falls to you.
predictable thing. You want for your Special Olympics? Do you want your participation award? Is that why
You
you spoke
chew
up?
with the front teeth because
Do you need a participation award in the Special Olympics? That's why you woke
I
up.
mean, you should chew with all your teeth.
No, but you don't have that.
As soon as he
You can tell the
heard
kind of list
Special
that he-
Olympics,
like if
as soon as he heard Special Olympics,
with his
he
lift,
said, as soon
you
as
can
he
tell
heard
it's
Special
not like a
Olympics,
front
he
teeth
said
lift,
he
it's a
wanted
sidebar
one.
lift, which
You
means
want the
people that don't have their
the
back teeth,
participation
especially as
award,
they
don't
age,
you?
they're forced to chew with the
You
front
want
of
the
their mouth, right?
participation. What a
Which
weird
means
thing
that, like,
to think that you
basically,
know.
that's why
What a
it's like,
sicko.
you know, this way you look,
Dude.
and it guarantees
What a
it
sicko.
contributes
What a
not only to, like,
freak.
the missing part of the scene,
What
the
a
drums,
freak.
but the
So you
front
want the
part,
participation?
he has bad breath, like,
So
fuck, for
David,
sure halitosis.
David's.
Listen to all of
what
his
should
S
we
words
do?
right now.
David, what sort of a participation award do you
Listen
think
to all
we
of
can
his
give
S
people
words right
like this? What sort of a participation award do you think we should give
Part
up?
what? Part what?
Pathetic.
Wait, part what? What kind of
pathetic, a pathetic excuse
No,
half man like you,
An
Psycho.
ex what?
What kind should we get?
Hey,
What do you want for
text
your
all of his S
participation
words.
awards? How about just like a picture? How about a picture of a person with Down syndrome like you? Would that be cool?
Foul
I
syndrome?
think we should do it. You like it?
Foul
We'll
syndrome?
put your name on it. We'll put your
You
name
got
on it.
mad, dude. This guy got
Nobody's
mad.
mad. Would you
Oh my
like?
God,
You remember how you
I
were
got
just
you,
sleeping until I
I got
predicted that you would wake up?
Not liking you.
Right on cue. Right on
Yeah,
cue. You
caught
woke up.
I mean, he did.
You wanted to. What's that there?
He did call it the exact second that he started.
It's a nanosecond. It's a really soft. It's a nanosecond. Isn't it funny? All right,
Listen to
let's
his
keep
S
going.
words. Listen to it.
Let's keep going. Yes, I lost a tooth skiing over the winter.
Which one though? Which one?
Why would it matter?
I just want to see if my prediction's right.
Believe me, nothing you've ever said in your life.
Then
is
just
right.
tell me and prove me wrong.
I.
Tell me.
Dawn, do you want to continue?
Yeah. You're running from a
Yeah.
fucking tooth.
towards it.
Here's the funniest part. How did I even predict that you were missing a tooth, right? Let alone
I said
the
it
fucking
many times.
area of the mouth. I know I would. You couldn't help it. You should have. David was already rubbing your balls, right? Now it's fucking. But you still had to. You couldn't help it. You had to touch upon it, and by you doing that, you indirectly, at least somewhat validated my point. Which means by me just listening to you speak.
Let's predict how
You see,
long he's
speak.
gonna go.
That's an S word. Speak. I can tell you were missing a tooth, and then when I try to probe just a little deeper, hey Don, you want to talk? You know what that means? It means I fucking hit a bullseye. I told you.
Listen to what
I told you. I fucking told you. I got you again. I got you again. Fucking El Nostril. I got you again.
You've never
Get the
gotten
fuck
anything
out of here,
in your
bro.
life, Psycho.
Don, you know what you should do?
You're a pathetic excuse for
Like,
that.
ask him which tooth are you missing. Just ask him that, bro. Ask him.
Continue, Don. What's the next question about?
I mean, have you ever gone skiing in your life? With those
course he
risks like
hasn't.
that?
How about we
What
shift
does that have to do with what the fuck I said? I made a
from
prediction. Who cares about fucking
Oh,
skiing?
listen,
Who
I
cares?
know.
She's asking a question. Have you ever gone skiing in your
Don't get
life?
all triggered.
No, I have
Don't get
not
all
ever.
upset. Don't get all
Okay,
upset.
so
Okay, well maybe you should take some risk. in
Well, it has
your life.
nothing to do.
Yeah.
Maybe I should. Maybe I should what? Take some what?
Take some
Take
risk.
some risk, you know, get on the
It doesn't
mountain.
matter, Dave.
Wait. What's the
Don't
definition of a risk? You think
I mean,
skiing is
you-
a risk?
if
think
you
skiing's
actually-
a risk?
If you actually went skiing, is like
You think skiing is a risk?
Yeah, skiing is
yes,
a
it's
risk,
very.
obviously.
Skiing can be a risk, right?
Oh,
But it's
can.
not
Oh, it isn't
necessarily a risk,
Oh,
right?
but are you saying like you're an Olympic skier or something?
Yeah.
I just told you I've never skied before.
Okay,
Did you hear that?
then it is a risk.
So if I went to ski right now, like I wouldn't be taking the risk.
Yeah, you're gonna go with the bunny. You're gonna go with the bunny trail.
Okay, there you go. There you go. So that doesn't mean shit. That doesn't-
risk.
and you don't even know anything about me to know what kind of risks I take in my life or not. That's that's the funniest part,
That's why I asked the
right?
question.
But the thing is this,
That's why
this is
I
what
asked the
also
question.
exposes you guys.
Like,
But
you're making a
it's
statement.
hardly the case that El Nostrell's an Olympic fucking skier either, but you want to rub his balls, right? So that's the first part, right? But the fact that you guys think that skiing is something of risk to even bring up, right? For you to try to rescue your fucking gay fucking man right now, because my prediction landed right in the middle, bro. Right in the middle. It was a fucking clear bullseye. And you sound like you're fucking missing a screw, a couple at least. Fucking retard. Got two fucking dummies right now, right? One's dumb, one's toothless with bad breath. The fuck? Skiing is like, skiing is risky. You're not Olympic. You get those bunnies floating in the... And then you got fucking El Nasser. Hey Don. The fuck out of here. Two desperate fucking
Are you gonna
dorks.
be okay, Psycho?
The fuck out.
You need to calm down. You need to calm down. I don't know why you're getting so hyped up.
You need to fucking drink some caffeine. Get the fuck out of here. Take some risk in your life. Fucking pussy. Take some risk in your life. You're a pussy. David, you are a pussy for sure. You're a pussy. I can tell you what kind of guy you are. See, El Nostrell, I can say this. He's probably not as much of a pussy as you are. He's the kind of guy that can't keep Nostrell. You're the kind of guy in public, you just fold like a little bitch. You'd walk away. That's what you would do. I don't have time for this. You're a pussy. El Nostrell would talk about fucking how he has the right. That's different. You're a pussy. He's not. You should taste severity. Go hang out with your fucking Nostrell. Yeah, fine. It doesn't fucking matter what I'm doing. I'm so fucking for what it is, right? Identifying what I'm doing doesn't mean what I'm saying while what I'm doing is wrong. You see what I mean? That's the thing. Who gives a fuck? So what? I'm picking my nuts too. You want to know that? I don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck what the fuck I'm doing? So what? So what? You're just now you're identifying. What else do you want to do? You want to fucking do a play-by-play? Now you're doing this. Now you're doing that. Now you're doing this. Now you're doing that. That doesn't do anything. That just shows that you have nothing to say. You're just trying to find a way to get involved with something. You're trying to find a way to be insulting by just identifying the obvious. You dumb fuck. It's obvious that I'm doing what I'm doing. Who gives a fuck? What does that mean about what I'm saying? You see? There's the delivery, right, which is what you're complaining about, and then there's the content to the delivery, right, which is probably what you should be focusing on. But you can't do that, because you don't know enough. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Fuck, there's three right there.
Keep saying it.
Pussy.
Just keep saying get pussy. Everybody's a pussy, right?
No, you're not a pussy.
Little trigger.
David's a pussy. David's a pussy. You, I can tell. I can tell. You probably got your tooth knocked out by somebody slapping you. That's what I thought. That's what I think. I think somebody is slapping. Hey, El Nasra, have you ever been slapped by somebody before?
Like in your family.
Have you ever been slapped by somebody before?
Is that what your wife does to you?
Yeah, all the time, bro. All the time.
Did he do it
All the
today?
time. All the time.
Put her on the line.
All the time. There's no problem.
Yeah, but dude, like you're badgering like a female though.
So what? I am a female. Who gives a fuck?
You are.
Who gives a
You're
fuck? Big deal. Big deal.
Yeah,
Who gives a fuck? Once again, are you gonna tell me how you feel? Oh my god, tell me how to badger like a man. Tell me how to badger like a man. Tell me. I don't give a fuck. Who the fuck are you? Fucking get the fuck out of here, bro. Go find somebody else. Nobody's even interested in what the fuck you have to say, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know why you're yelling.
I can do whatever the fuck because I feel like it. That's the thing. You see, you don't like. And David, you're a pussy. You act like you have the ability to not be calm, but because you have brain damage, you're just permanently mellow. You see what I mean? That's the thing. You're permanently mellow. You don't have the ability to talk mellow and then go high strung and then come back down. You're just always down. You're the kind of guy that wishes you could pick it up. So you're just a pussy.
I think his wife might be.
What about my wife? What about my wife? What about my wife?
You might be calling the cops right now.
Oh, I'm definitely little, and I'm a coward for sure, right? So what? What do you? So big deal. Oh.
You know, I asked you not to talk about his wife last wedding.
He didn't talk about his wife.
I didn't talk about his wife. No.
They're hearing.
Yeah, because their boy's getting packed up by El Normo.
Can we stop antagonizing each other?
It's not antagonizing. Psych is the one who started it.
I'm
So
delighted.
that's a different issue than starting.
Listen, I'm delighted to move on.
We were having a great conversation
Considering that
until like Psych is just like yelling and screaming. I don't know what to do.
Okay, relax.
Psych is silent. He hasn't delivered a response yet, so therefore El Normo
Let's go.
Alright, no, stop rage baiting. The fuck? So,
We're there.
what do you think, what are you expecting?
You won.
The breakdown for...
Fucking slow, dude. Something happened in your life.
Now he's yelling. Now he's yelling.
Slow. Hey, this guy, look, this guy. You lost. I'm behind normal. You're the biggest pussy of all because you got involved when no one even fucking knows you, right? And then as soon as the ball got challenged by putting your court, you ran behind the fucking El Nostrell. That's what the fuck you did. You're a pussy, bro. No, not everybody. Not everybody. Not everybody. Not everybody. That guy's a pussy for sure. I can tell he's a pussy. I can tell he's a pussy. I can tell that guy's a pussy. Dave is a pussy.
But you became so in
Too bad.
trouble, I had
But it's not gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. I'm not gonna go to the audience. That's never gonna happen.
go to the
If anything, El Nostrell talking about spouses can be sent down if I wanted to be that way. If anything, I can make that fucking happen right now. I can make it happen, but I'm not going to because I'm a fucking good sport. I'm a good sport. You're a pussy. I'm calling you a pussy. You can tell you're a pussy. A sore loser or what? What did I lose?
You lost like
No. I'm winning. It's literally 3 right now against 1, and I'm fucking all you guys up right now. I'm fucking all you guys up. El Nostrell, I predict you not even teeth. How did I? David's a pussy, and he just ran. This guy right here, fucking whatever the fuck is fucking this no-name fucking clown, try to get involved. No one gets a fucking to argue with him. Get the fuck out of here. You're a pussy, David. Shut up, David. Hey, David, just go be a pussy on mute. Go be a pussy on mute. Go be a pussy on mute. Go ahead. Leave it up to the fucking the El Nostrell. The other guy ran behind El Nostrell too. That's a fucking funny thing. Hey, who packed you up? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Everybody's fucking losing right now to me. How the fuck is that happening? How's that happening? I'm not even anything special. I'm a half. Hey, remember I'm half the man.
You're being aggressive.
My voice is loud. Can you make yours loud? Can you do it? Can you do it?
No, I don't want to.
Shut the fuck up then. Because it's obviously annoying you, isn't it? Is it bothering you?
I mean, your volume is annoying me because I have.
Right. Shut the fuck up. You're a pussy. Shut up.
Going hard. You're
No, I'm not on full blast. This is normal. This is normal. This is normal. This is no, dude. This is normal. You're just fucking. You see, you're a bitch. You don't have it. So you. This is like a fucking slow person calling somebody walking fast. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's how this is. This is what happens when you're less. You see what I mean? You were the first one to come out and use the word coward, but you are the real pussy. It's pure projection. That's who you are. You're a pussy. Dave is a full-time pussy. You can just tell. He's a dumb pussy. Dave's a dumb pussy. You think your mouth is gonna get you somewhere. Well, for sure, you would run if shit hit the fan. For sure you would. Whatever this fucking no-name is, right?
dude, I didn't even
I haven't. You're right. I haven't. How'd you know that? How'd you know that?
I didn't even
I have.
anything. I'm living
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut up. I'm not talking to you. Shut up, bitch. Shut up. Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Look at me. No, you mean listen to me, not look. You can't see me, you dumb bitch. Yeah, I am. I am.
Increasingly.
I am. Look at that fake laugh, dude. Look at that fake. That was the best. That was the best you can conjure up. The fucking fake high-pitched laugh. That's the loudest I ever heard you. Fucking Dave the pussy. The fuck out of here, bro. Why are you? Hey, let me ask you this. You guys are just gonna ride behind El Nostrell, right? So like when shit hits the fan, that's what, hey, El Nostrell, help me. El Nostrell, help me out. He's the one that's yelling. You guys are basically just latching out of both of his balls.
It's okay.
Listen to this guy. You sound like somebody that did too much mushroom. That's what happened. You sound like you for sure. I guarantee you. The way if somebody ever heard you speak, they would shelter their kid underneath their arm, like get away. You're not allowed to be around kids for sure. Dave the pussy, you're not allowed to be around.
Screaming, and you're yelling.
You can tell. You're a weirdo like that. You sound unstable. You sound unstable. You do. You sound unstable. Because I feel like it. That's the thing. But this is not even screaming. This is normal talking. Why do you like? You know what's funny is I like all the shit talk, and you still have nothing to say except like, why are you doing what you're doing? That's it. That's all you got. That's all you got, you fucking dumbass bitch. Like I'm calling you a bitch. Why are you saying it loud though? Call me a bitch lower. That's what you're saying? Is it the volume that bothers? Does the volume bother you? Hey donkey, does the volume bother you? Does it?
It does bother me.
What?
When you stop.
It doesn't?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
And I know it
also
does.
agree too.
I know it does. Why am I not complaining about what you guys are doing? I'm not trying to tell you not to do anything.
Well, because we're
I'm
being
saying let it
normal.
happen. If I really wanted to, fucking El Nostro would be fucking booted. You see the difference? You guys are being bothered,
So go
right?
ahead
And
and
I'm
do
just
it.
like, let you be.
So go
I'm not
and
trying
do
to control fucking
It's
people.
like
But something that I'm doing is obviously annoying the fuck out of you guys.
So
That's how I know. That's how I know I'm getting you. Because I'm not trying to stop
Carmelo
you.
and my
I'm trying to shit on you. No, shut up. Shut up. Hey, dumb bitch. You see, dumb bitch. Dumb bitch. You want to talk about the volume again? You want to talk about the volume? I can't hear right now. That's the thing. I'm just listening to myself talk. Right? I'm listening to myself talk. All I do is I look at circles and they light up. That's the thing. You're wasting your words. You can't compete with it. You can't do it. You can't do it. You don't have the ability to bring this much energy out, especially for a period of time. I can tell. You got fucking that whole slow shit going for you. Dave, you're a pussy. I've heard you for a while now. You don't have it in you. This guy thought he had it, and then he's like, oh shit, this is too much. This is more than you fucking bit off for. Now you're committed. Now you're committed. Now I want to make you talk. I want you to talk. I want to hear you.
I think everyone's.
I know. I want to hear you. I want to see how far you would go. I want to hear how far you'd go. Let's keep going. I want to hear how far you would go. Why are you gonna get quiet now? Am I not talking loud enough? Do I need to talk louder? El Norno, you're gonna go. I told you. You see, and just like that, on cue, you went behind his fucking nutsack. El Norno went on mute because his two fucking bitches got involved. He doesn't have to do anything.
He destroyed you.
He doesn't have to do anything. El Nostro just took a fucking breathe break. He just took a breath break.
Lost the argument.
He took a breath break. That's what he did. He goes, I got two of my bitches down here right now. So I got two of my bitches here. And guess what? Because I got two of my bitches here right now, guess what? I'm just going to sit back and watch. Watch my two bitches fucking get smacked. You complain. You're arguing. You're arguing. You're arguing with somebody right now, and you're telling them to stop. You're telling them to stop. Why would you? Hey, why are you doing this? Why would you tell somebody to stop arguing? Why would you do that? Why would you come? You weren't even involved. You just unmic as if you even fucking matter, and then you want somebody to stop, right? Why? Why the fuck do you think that would make a difference to where I'm under this idea of, oh, this guy's saying something, therefore I should do it? You see, I did more. I just shit on you right now because I know the thing that you're trying to prevent from happening, which is me talking, is I know it's annoying you, isn't it? Is it annoying you? I know that. I know that. Yes, I know I'm shitting on you right now. I feel like while I'm shitting on you, I'm doing it in a way that bothers you. You see what I mean? And this is your desperate way of trying to fight back. Sir, that's it? That's all you got? You see, like, these are like little instances of how it tells me like how much energy you have in life. You got nothing. You got nothing, bro. This is it right here. This is it right here. You can't even fucking verbalize like to a degree where you can at least be somewhat equal. You gotta be a fucking pussy. That's the way it is. You are a pussy for sure. You are a pussy for sure. You're a pussy in life, bro. And for this fucking Dave and El Nostro talking about, the risk taking of skiing, bro, which is why you lost your fucking tooth. No, you lost your tooth because you probably got smacked, or if you did go skiing, you probably ate shit because you're a goofy, uncoordinated fucking retard. That's what the fuck happened. Dave, you're just a fucking druggie. This other guy, he don't even fucking matter. He's just a fucking loser. You're a fucking one dayer. You're gonna be here for one day and you're gonna be gone the fucking next. You don't even matter. Fuck out of here, bro. Is it quiet now? Is it quiet now?
Wait, is that a threat? Is that a threat?
Is what a threat? Is what a threat?
You said you're gonna be gone.
You're pushing 45.
Is what a threat? Is what a threat?
You said you're gonna be gone. That's a threat.
I said he's gonna be here today and then gone tomorrow. How is that a threat? You see, there's the drugs. There are the drugs right there. That's the effect. Kids don't do drugs. You're just a dumb person right there. You have to be dumb to extract a threat from that, right? How would that be a threat, you retard?
Let the record show monitor.
Okay, good. So now we got the guy actually fucking that would hurt and say it's not a threat. Go ahead. So Dave, get the fuck out, bro.
David, he's bragging about having presents.
I'm bragging about having, yes, well, no, I'm not bragging about having presents. What I'm doing is, I'm saying, look, you are insignificant and you have no presence. It's not about me. You see, I never even spoke about me. The only time I spoke about myself was in reference to me saying, I'm not stopping you guys from doing anything. I'm not even complaining about how your approach is, what you're saying, or anything like that. What I'm saying is that's what you guys were doing. And what I was talking about in reference to you specifically, you're a nobody. But you're a nobody. You don't matter. You're insignificant. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm significant. I'm just talking about you.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about, you know, it's not about over-explaining, it's the ability to explain. It's something you lack. You know the slur in your fucking brain? You see, you're slow. You got low blur. So everything is over-explaining to you. That's how it is, right? You gotta ask people to repeat shit because you're slow. I'm telling you right now, if I heard you in real life, if I saw you in real life, and I heard you speak the way you spoke, I bet we get out of here. We got a fucking unstable brain right here. You're not allowed to be around kids for sure. This fucking David guy, you're not allowed to. You're one of those weird people that went a little too far in life and you never came back. You never came back. That's what happened. So like you in the sense of like over explaining shit. Yeah, that's what happened. That's the real shit. That's real shit.
You're also not allowed to say that. That's against.
Yeah. You see that like there? That's like a fucking car being jump started. That's your brain. That's the blinking light bulb. You can tell it's not just solidly. You don't have it. It's you trying. Watch. Say another sentence. Go ahead. Get it out. Yeah. You see the delay? You're thinking. Go ahead, David. Come on. Go ahead. Go ahead, dummy. Fucking dummy, David. Come on.
These aren't even words anymore. These are just English.
Yeah, I don't know.
These aren't even words anymore. Hey, El Nostrel, do me a favor, please.
He sounds completely.
Tell me your favorite S word. Tell me your favorite S word.
Unhinged.
I think he's off.
Tell me your favorite. Tell me your favorite S word.
He's off the.
Tell me your favorite S word. El Nostrel. Tell me your favorite
Is
S
it with
word.
alcohol and psych drugs?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
On psych drugs. Yep.
Hey, oh yeah, you know, that was a good one. That was a good one. Hey, El Nostrel, let me ask you this though. Honestly speaking, hey, if you answer this question, I'll go on mute. El Nostrel,
Just go on.
which tooth?
Thank you.
Which tooth is actually missing?
He doesn't have to answer that.
He doesn't have to answer that yet.
No, I know he doesn't have to. I'm just asking. I'm saying if you volunteer, I'll go on mute. If you volunteer, I'll go on mute. If you just answer the question, I'll go on mute.
Yeah, now you're being a bully.
Saying that he has to. I already clarified that. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. I'm asking. I'm saying if you do, it's conditional, right? It's a conditional. If you do, I'll go on mute. Hey, El Nostrel, if you answer the question, I'll go on mute.
Harassing is also.
That's what I thought. Harassment. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, it's not harassment. I'm asking a question.
You should have.
Yeah, I told you. You gotta stutter. I told you. Hey, El Nostrel, which tooth is it, bro? Just tell me which tooth did you lose in an extravagant, dangerous fucking skiing adventure? Yeah. Cool. I love how you guys are trying to defend your man. You guys are trying to defend your man. Which tooth was it?
No.
Which tooth was it? El Nostrel, which tooth? Be quiet now, El Normo.
Can you stop?
Why
are you getting quiet now? Why?
Can we please move on?
No, hey, dude, Don, if he answers the question, I'll go on mute.
Yeah,
I just want to know which tooth.
It doesn't have
That's not gonna happen. No rule has been broken throughout this fucking shitting on you guys.
Well,
right?
you did threaten.
Actually, Don, let me ask you this. Are you allowed to talk about people's spouses?
Maybe I should exhibit my.
Don, are you allowed to talk about people's spouses?
You down, sir?
No,
You're not allowed to. Did El Nono fucking talk about my wife?
No, he did not.
I honestly did not.
Did he talk about my wife?
Wait, guys.
I did
bring
not.
up David.
Did he talk about my wife?
Can you guys
Did he
bring
talk
up
about my wife?
David?
Did he talk about my wife smacking me?
I only heard the word
Bring
wife.
up David Bowman.
From whose mouth? From mouth.
Bring up David B.
From whose
I
mouth?
didn't hear the comment itself because there
Bro,
was
from whose mouth? From whose mouth did you hear that from?
You lost the debate.
From whose mouth did you hear that from?
You lost. You got cooked.
Whose mouth did you hear that from?
Shut up, dude.
El Normo, right?
No, he didn't hear shit.
You did, right? Exactly. And look, I didn't complain. All I'm asking is this. Hey, look, simple question. Which tooth did you lose? Which tooth did you lose? It is what she said. It is what she said. She said Norm, right? It said Norm. She said Norm, right? Don, did you say Norm?
You lost 10 minutes ago.
Don, did you say Norm?
I didn't hear anything.
Thank you very much. You see there, you dumb fuck. You see, you insignificant fucking piece of shit. Yeah, you did. Yeah, she did. Look, here's the thing. I don't ask for people to get kicked out, so don't worry. I'm gonna keep your man up here. I just want to know, hey, El Norma, which tooth was it? Which tooth was it? Oh, you can answer. Which tooth was it? You can even lie. You can lie. I just want to know if I was right. Which one was it?
My job is done here. I'm Maddie.
Which one? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, fuck out of here. Yeah, split. El Norma, which tooth was it?
Wait, that guy. Wait.
I knew he wouldn't last. I told you that. But here's the thing. I won. Thank you very much. Bitches.
Very much. Can we, listen? So the 2024 election, I want to know what you guys think, really, because so
You
that
mean 2026?
maybe this, no, the 2020. You guys don't know.
Our last federal election done? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Yes. The last federal election, because I've been looking at a few, but shows that more voters swung to the right, because we were just talking about that, more moderates. And I'm wondering, this election, what your opinion is, the moderates, what they'll do.
You know, the country is 30-30-40 right now. It's 30% Democrat, 30% Republican, and 40% independent. So everybody should be trying to win the independents. Although, in a congressional election, the whole equation is a little bit different.
I myself, I fall in that category, right, under that category, and I don't think I'm going to move that way again.
You're not going to move more conservative again.
It just really depends on the candidate now. It's going to have to each election.
Yeah, I've always felt the same way. I try to vote for the best man for the job, or woman in some cases.
Yeah, it's not going to be, oh, I'm a Democrat, I'm voting for this, or oh, I'm conservative, I'm voting for this. It's really gonna come down.
Well, would you rather have your front tooth or your molar?
I'll tell you, I've lost both. And I'd rather lose a molar than my front tooth, because that's really embarrassing.
You know, here's an interesting thing, which I haven't heard really said.
Do you agree, Alma?
But it's one of my theories that people want more of the politicians, which is why they went for Trump. People, in an uncertain time, people, I think, want to be led by a man. And I'm saying that, you know, not to be sexist, Tom. What do you think about that?
Again, Norm, what?
I said, I think voters went more aggressive in 2024. People wanted to be led by a man in uncertain times. What do you think about that? I got that distinct impression from the
Yes, and also as a lifelong Democrat, I think that candidate got thrown at us, and we didn't choose her, right? Even though it happened the way it did. Yeah, it's like we didn't choose her to run, even though legally she was in there, but that wouldn't have been right. It wouldn't have been my choice for a candidate, because I think she was a weak candidate.
She was.
Right.
It was a voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need strong candidates. I mean, it's hard to, you can't see Rubio the same way as Trump. There's just nothing like Trump. He's a phenomenon. And I'm not saying that necessarily admiringly, but I'm saying, I mean, maybe one should be admiring, because he is a phenomenon. He doesn't really have a lot of substance, right? It's all gut with him. but it's been very successful for them.
I think they're going to put in, some.
Rabbi Alexandra Lozano
Newsom
promised a
doesn't think
pathway to
it's, well, I
citizenship
mean, he
for
might be
tens of
stronger than
thousands of
Rubio, I
people.
guess. I mean, with the right publicity, what'd you say, absolutely?
That was my question, because I know they've been grooming him for a while for presidency, to be a candidate, but
Rubio is a tremendous Secretary of State, Director of Homeland Security. Whether he plays nationally, I don't know for sure, because, Newsom is white and handsome, and he's just going to make a lot of promises. And Rubio's got to run on the record of this administration. It's much easier to run against something that exists than to just promise the moon and the stars, I mean, Newsom can get pretty far just putting down Trump and saying, well, affordability, the war in Iran, affordability. And, Rubio, who's been handling himself, I thought, really well. Although I hear that there's dissension now in the White House. And Rubio has not been traveling as much because he wants to make sure he's there when all these different decisions are made.
do you think that Rubio will need to distance himself from Trump?
If the election were held today, yeah, unfortunately. The only thing one can imagine to turn this around is that Trump comes up with some, wild sort of reframing. He seems to be an expert at reframing the conversation. So if he can let's say he gets a victory, could you imagine if the Iranian government falls? Okay, then it's a big win, and we don't know what can happen. It's got another 2 years, right? And then what if he can get interest rates down? Like if he could pull a few levers to change the conversation big time. It's going to be tough though, because it's easy just to complain about rich people.
I think only if people are just simple, and when they see it affect their pocketbook, that seems to form their decision making. Simple people.
Here's an idea, right? What if I think didn't Bush send out checks to people? He cut taxes and then sent people checks. Do you remember that? It's just coming back to me. Wasn't that weird? Like, he only got a few $100, but it was kind of wild. Like, what Trump could pull a stunt like that. He could really cut taxes, right? I'm telling you, the war is the biggest millstone around his neck. If he can get that thing resolved, I think he could probably reframe the conversation.
Hello.
Hi.
Right.
Get in here.
You guys are very intense. Oh, go Poppy. You lost, by the way.
Who is Go?
Go Poppy. Hi.
Hola.
Go Poppy.
¿Cómo va la guerra? Okay, Linus, which way do you think the country is going, Linus?
I feel good, man.
All right. As goes Lioness, so goes the whole country.
Yeah, I feel good. I mean,
Dawn,
milk is $6, but hey, I mean, it is what it is. It's $6.
Wait, are you buying the fancy organic stuff? It's only the organic stuff. It's like for half a gallon, you're saying, right?
No, I buy a gallon.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good price. $6 for a gallon, I think is okay.
Milk?
Usually $4. Usually like maybe $4.50.
Right.
I buy it by the quart, not by the gallon. Well, maybe you have kids or something.
Yeah, I have kids of normal.
All right. Well, that's admirable.
My dad and husband drink a lot of milk, so yeah, I buy a gallon.
Did you say your dad and your husband?
Yeah, we own a home together, so yeah.
You got a house full of men.
Yeah, I know. My
Gross.
God. Yeah.
He wants to come.
Why is
He
that
wants to come
gross?
over now.
Yeah, it's time to hang out with the girls. Stop them.
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna save you them.
Thank you. Don't stick me with concrete, though. Jesus Christ.
Hello? Don, don't piss me off right now.
I don't know what happened. I saw that. I was like, the hell?
Everyone knows that my husband is like concrete was stalking me, and that's just that.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you, hubby.
Wow,
Spoiled
son.
for me.
Somebody's got a clubby hubby.
That's
You know,
funny.
we live together. He's actually buying me a mansion in Hawaii soon.
Which
Wow.
island? Maui.
Yeah,
Fuck that guy.
in Maui.
I'll smoke him.
Over the 31st Street Beach about 15 minutes ago. The Chicago Police Department.
Die, I'll fight him to the death for your love.
Wow.
I don't think
Sounds
that's
like
a good
Romeo and
idea.
Juliet here in chillism.
El Normo, how do you feel about where the country is going? And where is it going, by the way? I didn't know what
I
you
know.
meant by that.
Well, a part of it, a very audible and visible part of it is going democratic socialist, right? And that's news.
But I don't
kinda-
want to be a homosexual.
You don't? Okay, we can fix
No.
that. Okay.
I would rather stay Republican.
Yes,
Um,
but not homosexual.
I don't. No, I don't want to be a democratic socialist. That sounds
Right.
like uber gay. You know what I mean?
Uber gay.
It's like a Democrat is just gay, but a
I've
democratic
never heard that before.
socialist is uber gay. You know?
I never heard that before. So is that like a gay person who goes in an Uber? Is that what you mean?
Uber as in overly gay, but I didn't want to say overly gay. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Because overly doesn't sound gay enough.
I hear
Uber
you.
gay sounds gay
If you
enough.
say it in German, then it really hits, right?
How do you say it in German?
Uber. When they were talking about Superman, they called it Uberman.
Nice.
Yeah, that's like from Nietzsche. When Hitler picked up on the disastrous consequences of that.
Wow, that bastard.
Yeah. I mean, he was a terrible painter, let's be honest.
Hey,
Okay.
El Normo.
Yeah, you
So
know.
I recently got my ancestry back.
Okay. And let me guess,
And-
you're 5% Jew, and you want to talk about it with me.
Yes, I do. It's actually 3%,
Oh.
but it's like,
You
how
want me to
much-
I can spot you 2% if you want. I can spare it. Would you like to? I got so much I can easily give you 2%. You want some of
Wow.
mine?
El Normo,
Sure.
I would appreciate that. I just want to know how much counts, you know?
Yeah.
Is 3% enough?
For what? What's your goal?
Just to proclaim.
Savage. They use mulatto. But yeah, I mean, it's just the fact is though is that when you look at Latin America, these are people that have like every racial demographic represented, and then I do see that there are minorities in Latin America that their way to try to differentiate themselves from being labeled as black, for example, is they'll say, "Oh, I'm Latino. I'm not." You know, if they're from the Dominican Republic, and they're like a fucking any black woman in the United States, they're like, "No, I know black. I Latina." I mean, it is a way of kind of like, is in their societies in particular, like this is not something that's unique to America, but in their own societies, being dark is like. it is associated with bad things.
Well, if you travel overseas, all the billboards in Asian countries are always light-skinned Asians. So there's a preference in marketing and advertising to always do this white face because it registers higher to the consumers who are looking at it. But in America, we do the opposite. In all of our ads, we specifically place the opposite of what you think it would be, and thus it gets a higher impression. But that's the same business model as CNN, which is gaslight, 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 gaslight all the time. And the last thing I wanted to say was with regards to evolution. Evolution is misunderstood. It's not necessarily the evolution of the species, it's the evolution of consciousness or intelligence. And so certain demographics have evolved consciously more than others. I am complete. Hello?
There you go.
I mean, the first part that you said about the billboards is very true. The association with being black and brown is seen with inferiority or contempt in a lot of Southeast Asian and South American countries. It's interesting because in East Asia, they associate being brown skinned with being like a worker outside or a peasant, or they want to look farther away from being Southeast Asian. And the most offensive thing a person can say to an East Asian person is to say that, well, you look like a Southeast Asian person. And one of the most kindest things you can say, which I was told, was that if you tell a Southeast Asian person that you look like an East Asian, then it's like a compliment that your skin is lighter, or you look more European, or you look mixed. And so there is that association. I think it's a little funny for me because I'm just in the middle. And like, I'm not even part of this problem, guys. Like, I'm black and I don't really care what color you are. And no one cares about me, but it seemed like they really care with each other. And I think it's one of those game plays that you have to do to climb the socioeconomic ladder. But I would say America is really great because we've kind of dismantled that a long time ago. And most Americans don't really care what color you are. They really judge you based on like your marriage or what you do. But no one really objectively says, oh, that person has black skin, I don't like the skin, or that person has pale skin, I don't like the skin. It's really more deeper than that. Mostly, I think our issues are bigger when it comes to stereotypes. We stereotype a lot of black people. Like us, we're often stereotyped as being bad hoodlums, and then white people are often stereotyped as being XYZ, violent, drugs. So,
Well, can I ask you a question? Because this is something I heard more than I've never been to Asia, so I really don't know. Totally wrong. That when it comes to countries like Thailand in particular was one of them, as well as China. One of the things I've heard is that the women that Westerners will find attractive in a lot of these countries are not considered attractive by their own men. In other words, if you're more like filled out, dark-skinned, which they might be more prejudiced against, it's just considered not ideal. Do you think there's any merit to that? 'Cause I really don't know. I've never been there.
no, it is. It's true. I mean, it's a stereotype, it's a generalization, but it sort of is true to a degree. It's not because it's like looking down upon the woman or the guy. It's more of like a preference. Like a Western guy typically likes a girl that has a big, voluptuous body, right? And East Asian guys typically like girls who are more slender or slim. And so they would tend to go for a girl that has that kind of like build. And so, but there is a stereotype that like foreigners are not capable of attracting, I guess, a beautiful person from their country. And they would say, oh, it's, but I just think it just comes down to language, culture, even like your own aesthetic. A lot of girls here in Japan, if it's a really, really pretty girl, she typically likes what you think is like a really gentle, kind of slim, kind of a Hollywood looking guy, or it could be more of a K-pop looking man. Um, so a lot of Western guys are bulky with a big build, and they have a lot of facial hair, so they don't really find it attractive. I guess they think it's a little too much. And so the girls that do find the big bulky men with large beards attractive are typically the more westernized girls who kind of love that kind of aesthetic. So to each their own, you know.
Yeah, I get it. And, you know, I've listened to a few, like, I guess they were podcasters or vlogger. It was on YouTube. That basically one of the reasons why, like, for example, people in Thailand are not, they don't get as angry about white men with their women is because, like, these are women that we would conventionally find as being attractive. They look at them as like, no, no. Mm-mm.
A lot of them are women. I just want to throw that out there.
There you go.
I mean, it to a degree, but I don't think most people really care about who you date. There's not much of a big focus on like this X race is dating.
Well, no, but in other words, they weren't making it about race. They were making it more as like we're an outside group taking up your wit. It's like you could imagine like Thailand. They get a lot of tourism, and you know, then all of a sudden you see like a lot of these guys that are not. They're not one of them, and they're taking up all of our women, and it's you know, I would say the status quo for any group of people, you know, white, black, whatever, is that they would say like, "Whoa, this is kind of like bullshit."
Yeah, you know what, Pepe? That is interesting because if you think about it, white men usually have a more acceptance when it comes to like who they date or they enter into a new country because it's more of like they kind of approve of white men. There's not much of a stereotype or negative feelings or you know against that. And some people, not all, but some people have the mindset that if you're a person, then you're kind of going up the socioeconomic ladder, or it's kind of like seen as a trophy. But at the same time, if you were to take an Indian man or an African man, or let's say a man from another Southeast Asian country, and they're dating, let's say a Chinese woman or a Japanese woman, and I've seen this many times on the internet where this Indian man who was married to this Korean girl, he received a lot of hate comments in Korean about his race and how horrible it is and how dirty and XYZ. And it was just so much, man. It was ridiculous. I said, damn, you know, it's pretty messed up. It got to the point where even other races who are not Korean came into the comments telling them to stop. But on contrast, you have a white guy who marries a Korean girl all the time. And it's just, you know, usual. No one cares to get likes and congratulations for it. You might have one or two comments who are like, oh, you're ruining the Korean race. But majority is overwhelmingly positive.
They were kind of like supremacists in a way, in terms of they felt they were better than other Asians, and I do think, in many ways, if I have to pick a country to live in, and I can look at the level of innovation and how their societies function, I would say, you know, Japanese, just metrically, I would say are superior to other East Asians. But they used to look down upon. You know, I remember hearing about this. Like, they did not want white people. They thought it was fucking disgusting. Like, you degraded yourself by marrying or mating with a white male. Like ew. I mean, have you?
Pepe, the truth is that women are desired, and that a man will fuck a flagpole or a light pole, but it's really women that are discerning, that don't like short men, like yourself. So, you know, when it comes to the birds and the bees, women are far more discriminating than men.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a.
You do this to yourself, John. I don't know why.
Yeah, that was crazy. But to answer your question, yes. I mean, there are people who have that kind of pro-supremacist mindset. There's even political parties here that foster the pro. Like they call it Yamato Namashi, and it's like pro-Japanese racial superiority complex. But myself, as a personal, no, I never experienced that. But I would say, reading history books, yeah, I mean, there were people who believe that they are the pure race and that, you know, others are inferior because it was taught. It was a little bit before World War II, leading up to World War II. They were trying to train the troops to have a pro-nationalist mindset so they can die for the country. And if you don't go and sacrifice your life for the country, then you're going to be outcast and banished from your family. And so they would tell little boys in the schools that Japan is the closest thing to heaven, that we are chosen by God and we are the ultimate race and X, Y, Z. And this kind of, you know, trickled into relationships. And yeah, it was a very strong racist. I mean, and we talk about the Nazis, but let's be honest here. The Japanese before in War II were much more, in my opinion, much more gruesome than the Nazis.
Oh no, I think they were the most vicious people in World War II.
So where do we draw the line between an individual preferring the prosperity of their own national people, that distinct people, their lineages over other human societies?
That's where
do we draw that line?
I draw a line. So, doctor is.
Are we saying that's immoral? Are we saying to prefer the prosperity of your own nation over other nations is immoral?
No, it's not immoral, and I don't even think the preservation. But you know, doctor has. He's a nice guy. You know, he has Japanese child. I'm somebody personally.
Did I ask a rude question?
Well, hold on. Let me just say this. I do think that this is my personal opinion. If you were to try to replace the Japanese with Western, in other words, white people, we would act like monkeys. We are far too individualistic, I think, to ever become like the Japanese. We would be far more dysfunctional. We would not have the work ethic that they have. I quite frankly, I think.
Who knows? There's a lot of white nationalists that say no. Actually, Nazi Germany proves that. Like the Anglo-Germanic people are able to achieve great things.
Sure, but I think that the German people, once again, who are the German people? The most innovative. If we're to look at Europe, amongst the most innovative. People probably have a stick shoved further up their ass than any other group of Europeans. But I am somebody who's drawing lines between different European ethnic groups. I think, yes, the Germans, we can talk about how evil they were during World War II, but the Germans are rather a gifted group of people. The Japanese, I would say, are rather the same. And I don't. If the Japanese want
lineages, preservation of lineages and national.
Yes. And so I okay, whether you're black or white or Arab or Mexican, I mean, can I understand why it's like, dude, we really need to limit the amount of mixing? Sure.
Yeah, but no, that's no.
But no, we gotta kill it. Oh. But like, it's not like we're talking about a syndrome that like puts them in a fucking wheelchair and has them drooling all fucking day, right? Like, it's Down syndrome. Even though Normal said it, they're happy and fine. Wow, y'all are something else.
Yes.
So would you look at a Down syndrome person and
Yes.
say, hey?
That's you.
That was your question.
It's like, can you say that like Down syndrome people should be aborted at the same time as, like, can you say that, but also say that the ones who did survive abortion and like survived and live
Yeah, they
now?
gotta go too.
No, Oleg.
Terrible things can happen to those of us careless enough to disrespect our ancestors.
You disrespecting our ancestors, and now we are paying the price.
The invocation of Horus. Strike, strike the master chord. Draw, draw the flaming sword. Crowned child and conquering lord, Horus, avenger. O thou of the head of the hawk, thee I invoke.